Hello, my name's Wander, and I'm just here to give my review about Monster Hunter Wilds. Just wanted to talk about this game for a bit because, you know, been playing it bit for a bit. Have 70 hours in the game. Just wanted to talk about how I feel about it, and basically how the game's just been going so far. Just in about the first month of it so far, and I've been really enjoying this game. Think it's pretty damn good. Think it's fun. The combat's amazing. I think that's the real highlight of this game is that it's just amazing combat after combat after combat with all the monsters just doing counters, knocking them off their feet, and then it's kind of like, damn, they run away, and you're just like, what the hell? How they? I was just having such a good time fighting them right here, and they just run away. And I think that's really the good shine about this game is that the combat is the best. It's better than World, Rise, maybe not Generations, but I think it's really damn good. But 70 hours in, and I think some of the things that start to glare up, that just really shine and show, just start to hit me, and I really like this game. But man, do I have some gripes with it? But I think I just want to talk about the good right now, where we just have such amazing areas and such great monster designs, such as Ajarican. I absolutely love the fire, like armored monkey style of the beast, of a fanged beast. Definitely such a different one. Toshiguma is a great monster. I think he's great. He's amazing. I love his fight. And oh man, how can you not just talk about Arkveld, right? Like Arkveld is absolutely just steals the show for this game and just absolutely shows that he is just one of the best flagship monsters, up there with Nergigante, Magdamalo, Velkhana, Malzeno. Such a great design. The list of monsters is definitely very shorter in this game compared to the other ones, but that's also because we just need to give it time with title updates, such as the first one coming out very soon in April, I believe. With what's his name? With Mizitsune, the bubble dragon as I like to call him. But get to that to another time. Right now it's just all the monsters, especially the Apex monsters, are really cool. I love the weather design. It's great. I absolutely love the fact that the weather will just start changing during the course of a hunt, and that the fact of the apex of each region really mess with the weather in that region, making it like Raydal, making it thunderous in the area, or maybe with the Duna showing up and making everything really, really, really downpour heavy rain, if even. But yeah, that's for the monsters, and I think now I want to talk about the weapons and the armor and how different the way they changed the progression for stuff like that, where now it's weapons have their own skills and you can place only certain skills on weapons and only certain skills on armor. Definitely very different. Not the strangest change. It's honestly kind of nice. It just means you can kind of have a build for the armor and then make weapon builds and not have to worry about a full entire build. It definitely changes it up, and I actually really like that. The one thing I don't think I like about the new system though is that our Artitan weapons. Artitan weapons give level 3 slots and 3 of them. They have random chances to get random good stats, attacks, speed, sharpen level, elemental attack, affinity, element, and it's random. You don't really get to choose. So the grind for Artitan weapons can be very intense sometimes, but you got to do what you got to do to get the best of the best to do the most damage. Yeah, but I do think it's kind of a problem, just because at a certain point, that means getting weapons to rarity 8, which definitely takes a while since you need to hunt tempered monsters of like mostly the hardest fights like Arkfeld, Gore Magala, Ray Dow. You gotta fight those monsters to get the tickets to make weapons like that. It's kind of hard because you could do that, or you can just spend a while, fight the same monster over and over, get a bunch of Artitan parts to make the weapons, and then just do it that way. So the grind for the game, just, I don't know. It can feel a little like, what do you want from me? Do you want me to hunt monsters to make their weapons, or to make Artitan weapons? But they're really cool. The Artitan weapons are really cool. I've really been enjoying Charge Blade Paralysis, really strong. And if you've seen Darkside's video talking about the Paralysis Charge Blade, it is insane. He killed a tempered Arkfeld in 3 minutes. It was incredible. But I think that is, again, pose of the problem with Artitan weapons, where they're just too strong, maybe. Right, like if you go back to World or Rise, the endgame grind was kind of making, like, I guess base Rise, it was making Velstrax armor. You worked really hard to make Velstrax armor, and it was some of the best. It had weakness exploit, I can't really remember what else, but it had a lot of good stuff in it. Same within World, base World, you wore Behemoth armor. Behemoth armor was also ridiculously strong for base World. And then of course when Iceborne, Fatalis armor became the new norm. But Artitan weapons feel very strange because they're very cool and they look very cool, but there's no way to layer weapons yet. So you're just kind of looking at these pieces of like weapons that don't feel like Monster Hunter weapons. They just feel like weapons that belong in a kind of another universe, honestly. Which is kind of a shame because I do kind of like the endgame grind where you get decorations and Artitan pieces. But I also do miss that old world classic where you're just hunting monsters for decorations to get the best ones. I remember the hype whenever you would get like an attack jewel 1, absolutely amazing back in World days, or even getting a magazine jewel or like a critical boost. In Iceborne, it was getting plus a critical eye +4 and an attack +4. Those were the days of that. I don't feel like I get that excited whenever I see decorations. When I see really good ones, I just kind of like, oh, I guess I got some good decorations. Because they replaced them with ones that you can only put on armor, and a lot of the best ones are level 3, which are kind of hard to get because, well, there's not a lot of armors that you want to make when you're trying to make a certain build that will have level 3. You're mostly going to have level 1s, level 2s, and that's okay. I think it's fine. It balances that. But Artisan weapons have level 3 slots, and the level 3 decorations for weapons are really, really strong. Because a lot of them can really change up the game, such as having, if you make like a, let's say, a gun lance Artisan weapon, you can put on a magazine jewel that also maybe has handicraft or something else. You can have the artillery jewel that maybe also has something else as well, and offensive guard. That is a lot, and that's just through the weapon. When you just make a normal weapon to rarity 8 that has a level 3, a level 2, and a level 1, and then it has a pre-placed skill, it just feels like, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to make these Artisan weapons? Because these things are insane, but also these other weapons are really cool looking, and they give a lot. They have one buff, compared to just being able to have your own little sandbox with the artisan weapons. So I don't know how to surely feel about it truly right now. Maybe I need to put more time in the game, but I think they are really strong. But who knows? Maybe they're not too bad. Maybe I'm just over exaggerating. But that's my gripe. That's what I want to talk about for artisan weapons. And now I think I want to just talk about the overall feel of the game and how it just feels and runs. I'm playing on a PS5 and it runs pretty good. You can get 60 frames, which I feel like shouldn't be a big achievement, but for some reason on a PS5 it is. It runs pretty well, and I think my biggest gripe with this game truly is how it looks. I think it should have just had a little bit more time in the oven to make it look better, because man, I do not like what is ever going on with a filter and like film grain going on with this. There's like a weird film grain and like filter over the game that just makes it really like ugly. Not a really good ugly either. It's just a really nasty ugly, and it just makes it look just not good. It makes it look really, really bad. And it's just kind of like it kind of takes that enjoyment away from the game when you're not looking at a really great game. And if you watch one of Maximilian Dude's more recent videos about Monster Hunter Wilds, you'd seen that he had some mods installed to make the game look a lot better, and being able to change that filter completely and being able to make the RE engine look really good, because the RE engine can look absolutely fantastic. And it just sucks that this game was a little rushed in that department, because the combat is absolutely amazing. I love it. So much fun. There's only some weapons I haven't really enjoyed when I tried them out for a couple of times, but overall the game is really good. It's just, I think the look of the game needs to be changed, and I hope they can fix that, but who knows. Maybe this was intentional, but it doesn't feel like it. But yeah, I think I want to just talk about this game for a bit, give my little opinions about what I've seen and done so far, because I'm loving the game. I want to keep playing it, but you know, kind of just waiting for the new content to come out right now while just grinding a bit. But yeah, I'm very excited to see what this game will become, especially with some of the new monsters. I hope Izitsune isn't the only monster coming out. I hope there's something else there as well. I hope there's a little surprise, but who knows. That is my hopes. And yeah, I think we're gonna give this game about a 8 out of 10. I think there's just some problems with it, some conflictions that I have, having conniptions like the guy from Dark Souls 3, but overall, I think it's a really well-made game, and I'm enjoying my time with it. Don't really want to talk about the story because I have nothing to say about that. So this was Wander, and I hope you enjoyed this, and see you whenever I make my next video. Goodbye.